What's going on, everyone? Thanks for clicking on the video, and today I wanted to give you guys some of my impressions of Golf Story for Nintendo Switch. So before we delve into any juicy details, I just wanted to go ahead and say right away that I'm really enjoying this game so far. I mean, I'm only about 4 hours in, but from what I've actually played of the game's story and just from casually exploring the world while doing some random side quests, it's actually really impressed me quite a bit, and I'm pretty excited to share my thoughts about it with you guys. So this is Golf Story, and as you can see, it has some pretty stylish retro graphics. But what you probably can't see just by looking at it is that it's actually a lot more than just your typical golfing game. It's not boring, I promise. Golf Story is essentially a full-blown RPG with a story that's probably more in line with someone like Happy Gilmore than Tiger Woods. Now, I'm not gonna go too far into story details because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but the basic premise for this game is that you're essentially an up-and-coming golfer trying to make a name for yourself in a world where golf is literally the most important thing to everything and everyone. Gameplay-wise, the game borrows a ton of ideas from games like Mario Golf on the Game Boy Color, but then continues to build upon those same exact ideas immensely as you play throughout the game. So when you first start the game, you begin your journey in the town of Wellworm Grove, where you essentially learn the basics of the game by completing the first few story missions as well as a few optional side quests. But once you do get through there, the game tells you to leave town, and that's when you actually first see the overworld, which really reminds me of the older Final Fantasy games on SNES, and it also sort of blew me away because I really wasn't expecting the game to be that big at all. Now, I personally am no golfer by any means whatsoever, but I really don't think that you have to be a fan of golf to enjoy this game either. One of the core gameplay mechanics besides exploration is, of course, actually playing golf. And you can do that pretty much anywhere in the game, which is like one of the coolest things that I've seen a video game let you do in a little while. You can also tee off from any spot in the game, as well as just straight up chuck the infinite amount of golf balls that you have at your disposal at innocent bystanders. I mean, it can get pretty fun just running around the world and being a total menace to society. However, when you are trying to play a serious game of golf to actually progress through the story, the controls and HUD do a pretty good job giving you the precision you need to get your shot in. There is a bit of a learning curve with the controls, but I mean, I have to give the game credit for at least trying to teach you the basic controls as you play, but for the most part, you'll most likely be figuring it out for yourself as you go, especially as the courses and quests get more complicated. Now, as a bonus, you can also play disc golf and mini golf in the game. I only had a chance to try out a few of the disc golf related quests, but from what I played of it, I think it works just as well, if not better, than the actual golfing aspect of the game itself. It's extremely simple and a ton of fun to play because you literally just throw your discs just as you would your golf balls, but obviously a disc glides, and you can also remote control it as it's gliding through the air with the left analog stick, which can be extremely satisfying, and honestly, it just makes me really want a dedicated disc golfing game on Switch. So there's also a multiplayer mode in this game, and it's completely separate from the single player story. I personally didn't get a chance to test it out, but I'm always happy to hear when a game does have multiplayer available for anyone interested in playing with a friend. And I definitely can't forget to mention that Golf Story takes full advantage of HD Rumble, so you can feel every single detail of every single swing from your club. And I know that's kind of a weird sentence to say, but it's kind of hard to explain. If you've ever played a Switch game that takes advantage of HD Rumble, like Graceful Explosion Machine, then you'll probably know what I'm talking about. There's definitely a difference, and at this point, I almost feel a little disappointed when a game doesn't utilize it. Alright guys, well those are my impressions for Golf Story on the Nintendo Switch. I think it's a really great indie game for the Switch, and it definitely deserves all the attention that it's getting right now, because it's doing something really unique and interesting, and it's doing it really well. So join me in the comments below and let me know what you guys think about Golf Story. Are you planning on picking it up today, or are you waiting for more reviews to come out before you make your final decision? Also, if you enjoyed the video, please remember to like it and subscribe for more Switch videos just like this one. Thanks, and have a great day.